Hello friends, welcome to our Tech Management Education channel. We are running our Six Sigma lecture series. This is our sixth lecture. Hope you have gone through our earlier lectures. If not, please go through earlier lectures. Otherwise, it will be very difficult to understand the upcoming lectures. Okay. So far we have discussed about what is Six Sigma, what are the methodologies of doing Six Sigma. There is a DMAIC methodology we follow. Define, measure, analyze, improve and control. So that we have discussed earlier in a nutshell. So today onwards we will go through each segment of this methodology. So first is define. In define phase we define a project or define a customer requirement. What is our business goal or requirement? So this is known as CTQ, critical to quality. So what is critical to quality? A product or service characteristics that satisfied a customer requirement or process requirement. This is basically a customer requirement. Customer may be internal or external, and or maybe process requirement. Okay, if my process is not performing as per my design capacity, this is also one kind of CTQ which is driven by process. Okay. So another one is customer CTQ. So customer may have different requirements. Apart from specification, they have different like logistics, packing, and other requirements. CTQ is a requirement of customer, which may be internal, external, or process requirement. So in define phase, what we will do? Define business CTQ. What is our business CTQ? We will list it down all our CTQs. Then define your customer. Then we will define in our before finalizing Six Sigma project, we will have to define our customer, whether they are external customer, internal customer. Internal customer means if I have let's say 10 departments in our factory, so each department output is the input of another department. So that other department, subsequent department is our customer. So it may be internal customer or external customer. So we need to define before finalizing the project who is our customer. Okay. Then as per after defining the customer, we need to explore this CTQ from internal customer or external customer. Okay. If it is internal customer, then we have to define internal CTQ. Critical business process. If it is external customers. So what are typical business goals or visions for business CTQs? Like for our business, we need to enhance our operational excellence. Every time, periodical, we have to review our business performance, business excellence based on group companies or benchmark, similar industry, who is doing best. So based on their benchmark figures, or best achievable figures, we can have operational excellence. Or it may be a different scenario, like in a month, one day we have achieved the highest production, so that will be our benchmark figure for our current month or year. Say my process is having a lot of variations. One day we are producing 1,000 products, another day we are producing 600. So there is a 400 gap. So we need to consistently maintain at 1,000 products if demand is there. So there is always scope of improvement for operational excellence. Then another drive is always there in manufacturing or service, any kind of industry, cost reduction. Because cost reduction is an advantage to our competitors. If we are able to reduce our cost, keeping in mind the quality and other aspects constant, then it will be added advantage for our business, for business growth. Then productivity improvement. Like a plant may have employed 1,000 manpower for production of 1,000 quantity. Another factory, similar competitor may have employed 500 manpower for production of same quantity. So our target will be to match that productivity figure. Otherwise, we cannot reduce the cost and other things. There are other issues associated with productivity. If productivity is very low, there are other associated problems. So we need to always strive for highest productivity. Then employee satisfaction. This is not only for HR, for our all business leaders and managers, whoever is working to our factory or department. So they should be satisfied with their work, culture, hygiene, lodging, fooding, everything. So satisfied employee will give the maximum output, or they will strive for improvement. Otherwise, they will not strive for. They will do that day-to-day regular activities. They will not strive for improvement. Okay, so employee satisfaction survey can be done, and based on the survey, we can define some projects, also Six Sigma projects. It will come under, say, HR projects or like that. Then customer satisfaction. We can have a customer survey, periodic survey of our customers. We can have a marketing research kind of thing. We can circulate some questionnaires to our customers or employees or any other partners. Then we have a detailed questionnaires covering all aspects. So based on that questionnaire, we can have a conclude. We can conclude what is our basic need, or in which area we are doing good, and what are our improvement, where improvement is required. Based on this survey, we can define customer satisfaction survey. Then sales growth. This is the business. Ultimately, it will affect the profitability and other things. Sales growth. All companies, other things, everybody strives for sales growth, periodic growth. Okay. Then ultimately profitability. What is my profitability? Whether profitability is down for volume growth or some high cost aspects, or some efficiency, plant efficiency improvement, or availability of plant, anything can be. So we need to find out drill down all issues related to profitability, how to improve profitability. Then improve productivity, that always discussed. And another project we can, or business goals we can have, that reduction of cycle time. Like in any batch process or any kind of process, there is a turnaround time or cycle time, so that we can increase the sales growth or productivity. Okay, so or even for logistics, if my logistics time is more, turnaround time is more, then I will be able to send or receive material. Lesser material. Okay, and always there is in manufacturing or any other industry, there is a strive for new product and service, because every time customer wants new product, like in car, every year there are a lot of models are coming up. So for that satisfying customer demand, we need to have projects for continuous development, renewing our models or anything. So these are basically in a nutshell business goals. Okay. So how to get CTQ? How to develop so there are so many processes, like one is survey. In survey, as I told, we can have a marketing survey, internal survey, like questionnaires. And based on that survey, we can have detail, like what are the issues, what are the good, what are the bads, like that survey. Then we can have service review of our customers, periodic service review. In that review, they will come up with new issues or new requirements. For that, you can have these things. Then meeting. We can have meeting with all our stakeholders, our employees, like that. Our meeting, periodic meeting, monthly meeting, all like that. So in that meeting, we can list down so many issues. That also can be done. So these are how to develop CTQs. Like we'll discuss some examples of CTQs, like for buying a car. Say, if we interview a person or any people, any kind of people for buying a car, there are few aspects where customers is very much interested or they are very serious about. One is good acceleration or power. And then car should be spacious. Then affordability, how costly the car is, and the loan facility. How easy we can have a loan tie-up with banks or other NBFC finance like that. So, car purchase, these are the deciding factors, or many other factors. This is an example of one CTQ. Like another example we can take from our service sector. So we have BPOs and other call centers and all these things. So what are the requirements of a customer to a service center? Like a caller to a help desk. What is the requirement? Like quick answering. We all expect from other side answer or kind of response to be very quick. Okay. Long queuing or waiting time is not desirable. And that person who is attending the call, it should be a courteous response. We always expect he or she should be very polite in responding our questions and all these things. Then we can have a quick problem solving techniques. They should develop a system online or some kind of person dependent solution very quick. Quick response is always expected. So these are in service sector, these may be the CTQs. Okay. Like another example, we can have a prospective employee. For HR, they are interviewing so many people and other things. So based on this interview and survey, their plant or HR CTQ, they can develop their own CTQs. Like for employees, what are the requirements? Good salary, location preference, then flexible timing. What are the is there flexible timing facility in the manufacturing unit or not? And ESOPs, you can distribute shares after some time with some locking period like that. Then whether employees will have separate cabins or they will be in cubicles. So these are basically requirements or demands of employee. So CTQ is basically a requirement, demand, or to satisfy a customer. So for employee, these may be these are the requirements. Okay. So what we have learned in this lecture, we have to define the customer CTQ, business CTQ. Business CTQ based on process requirement, internal customer and external customer will be. And so that CTQ, defining CTQ is very critical. And how we will find out the CTQ? Like we can conduct survey, we can conduct market research, we can conduct meeting, brainstorming, we can conduct service survey. So these are all techniques to find out CTQs. Okay. So we're closing it here, and in subsequent lecture we'll discuss more details about define phase. And so hope you like this video. Thank you.